Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I'm here to give you an update on the geranium sprouts here. They're sprouts, not just seeds now, which is a good sign. So last time I was with you, we planted geraniums together. We also planted 12 cells of some impatiens, and I covered them with humidity domes and put them under the grow lights. After about half of them had sprouted, I uncovered the humidity domes, and I've been spritzing the top with them with a little mist to keep them moist. And although some of them have sprouted and are coming along quite well, some of them are just sprouting. So, your germination rates can differ from cell to cell. So don't give up on your little seeds if some are ahead of the others. But we're gonna go by the ones that are ahead. I have about half of them that have really come into their own. In fact, some of them have just the cotyledons out, that first little set of leaves, which aren't real leaves. And some of them are sending out the first set of real leaves after the cotyledons. So that's really exciting. But I have to tell you, I'm really struggling to make sure that I water seeds the perfect amount. So I have the Grow Ease seed starting kits from gardeners.com. This is the third year that I'm using these, and they have been a lifesaver if I use them the way they are supposed to be used. So I'm going to try to. I started the seeds just in the base piece here and the part that has the individual cells, because I was just moistening the separate cells by spritzing them. I wasn't watering from underneath. But now that we have as much growth as we do, I'm going to start watering them from underneath. So the system comes with this little tray that then goes in the bottom. So it's going to lift up the cells that are growing my geraniums. And I fill this, I'm gonna fill it about halfway. There's a little line there, and that's what I'm gonna go to. Okay, so now I have the water underneath. And then you take one of these, they look like a white side and a black side of felt. These are the wicking mats here. And the great thing with this system is these plastic parts are dishwasher safe. So yes, I ran them through the dishwasher, got them nice and clean. The wicking mats can be hand washed and dried at the end of the season. So at the end of year 2, the end of the season last year, some of them I washed and hung them up to dry. This was one of them. There's a few like little leftover pieces of roots on them, but really they came up pretty good. Some of them look like they'd been used for 2 years, and I was like, no, we're just gonna throw those away. They sell these separately. So a few of these are brand new, ready to go. But it's really nice that you can replace just that part of this system. So what you do is you take this and you put it down the side so that that wicking mat is now sitting in the moisture. You lay it across, so it's now going to suck up all that water. And then you just place your seeds right on top, and it's going to water them from underneath now. And Pickle has all of a sudden woken up from a nap and realizes that there's fun things going on. Yes, geraniums are not good for kitty cats, so we're not going to eat those. But we'll let him stay here because he does like to be in the spotlight. So I'm going to do the same thing for this next tray here. We're going to put in the base to raise it up. You don't want to over or underwater your little seedlings, and that makes it really tricky because we're all so busy. And these can actually go about a week in between when you fill up the water underneath, and for me, that's amazing. I try to check them more like, I'd say twice a week initially, but it's not hard to do. And then all you have to do is bring over your pitcher, fill it up from underneath, and it soaks right in, which is perfect. I have to get some more water here, don't I, Pickle? Pickle and Pumpkin have decided that they like to drink the plant water, so we have to be very careful. Okay, Pickle's gonna come help me get water. Come on, Pickle. Here we go. Oh, that's a good boy. Yes, you are. There we go. Pickle does not want to be left out. So now I'm just tipping this up and pouring in the water. Pickle is being a good boy and not eating, just sniffing. Yes. So this is what I would do once or twice a week. We add that water in. It looks great, and that will just wick it up from underneath. Now, with your seeds, we do need to start to give some plant food to these. I'm gonna wait another week because we have some that are just germinating here, and then I'm gonna give about, diluted to about half as much as you normally would for a plant or a flower, and I usually just use Miracle-Gro, mix it in the water, dump it in the bottom, and it will suck that up because they do have a ways to go until spring. We know that our geraniums take a while. So these are going well. Now, these are the 12 little areas that I planted the impatiens in, and they are just starting to sprout. It's a longer germination time for your impatiens. So they're coming, but it's going to take a while. I've never done impatiens or geraniums before, so this is a new experience for me, and I will keep you posted. One more thing to note. I want you to be aware that I turned the heat mats off when half of them had germinated too. Last year, for some of my seeds, I left the heat mats on underneath them too long, and it sizzled some of my nice little sprouts. So fine line there. I recommend when about half have sprouted, turn your heat mats off, depending on the type of seed, of course, that you're growing. But these geraniums are looking great. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.